everybody. I am Raymond Sharp. This is my lovely wife.
Tanisha Sharp.
And we're here to jump
Jump
in.
in.
Thank you so very much for joining us in this time and occasion to get information about taking yourself to the next level, taking yourself to a place of preparation. And we have a simple question we want to ask for today
Yes.
as we're getting ready for cuffing season expanded, getting ready for Valentine's Day. What are you doing to prepare for love?
Mhm.
So this goes out to all of our couples. You know, again, Valentine's is in a few weeks. We cannot wait until that time is upon us. So we are under pressure to get the best possible gift under the worst possible circumstances once everything's picked over. But again, what are we doing to prepare for love? And I mentioned that because for us, I'm gonna talk about us. What works for us is that I don't wait for Valentine's Day to give my wife the very best attention, the very best gifts, the very best love. I try to do it every single day.
Yeah.
And I think, and fellas, I'm gonna challenge you with this.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think a lot of women look forward to Valentine's Day because that's one of the few days that we actually focus on them. That's not good. I kind of picked up from my wife that Valentine's Day is important, but it's not like the biggest thing in her life because she's like, oh, you do this. She kept saying, oh, you do
Yeah.
this. Oh, you do that. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm like, okay, but I'm still going to do this. You know what I mean? So, again, what are we doing to prepare for love? And I want to challenge you to go further than what everybody else does because if your love is normal, what is the level of your love if it's just like everybody else's?
Wow, that is good. I mean, it's nothing like having your cup already full. So yeah, that is true. When it comes time to Valentine's Day, I mean, I really don't. It's like, I think I began to start shifting it to make it about you
Mhm.
because I'm so full. Like I'm so full and not to just, say that everything's perfect, everything is, but it's like I can tell the effort that you make do every day to make sure it does feel like Valentine's Day a lot. Throughout the week, it feels like the attention is there. And I think making sure your spouse or whoever you're in a relationship feels full a lot, like just constantly feels full of love, of attention, or just making sure whatever their love language is, whatever the things that they feel that represents love, that they are feeling it often as possible. Yeah, but yeah, I think that is good to be able to be not only prepared, but prepared to do it long term.
Mhm.
Prepared to not just do it on Valentine's Day. I think that is true that, you know, most women feel like, okay, this is the one time that we're gonna go out on a date.
Mhm.
All the attention's gonna go on me. I'm gonna get a nice gift. Um, but yeah, that'll be good to kind of like shift it, but also have it both sides, like, us as well, making sure that he is full. He has everything that he
Mhm.
desires. I know sometimes I like to go on Amazon and just order something and have it delivered to the house. So it's not always just packages for me, but he's like, oh, there's a package here. I'm like, yeah, that one's yours. He's like, oh, really? So it's like fun to kind of like do it as well. And I feel like um, it's not just one sided as well. We have to also, as women, prepare for love.
Yeah. So if I can give y'all some advice, and it just goes for the ladies as well as the fellas, one thing that I do to prepare for love is to pay attention. I pay attention to what she says she needs, what she wants, what she has a taste for. Definitely pay attention to her love language. I'm constantly working on that aspect of it, make sure I'm scratching that itch. And I'm also making sure that the quality of time that I'm with her is valuable as far as it being well received. I make sure that I cut my phone off or put my phone down. Excuse me. I make sure that, excuse
Bless
me,
you.
make sure the kids are good as best I can. Sometimes with my schedule, I'm not in position to help as much with the kids. So there's some days where my schedule does free up. I'm like, hey, I'll pick the kids up from practice. I'll take them here. I'll take them to the store. Do you need me to grab anything from the store before I get home? I try to make sure that, anything that can be burdensome in her mind is free. So all she has to focus on is us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my biggest goal for me personally is to make sure that as much as possible My wife has
That's good.
nothing to think about except for what she wants to think about, not what she has to do, what's undone, what's incomplete. It's, oh, well, I can just focus on us, or let's do something for the kids, or whatever that may
Mhm.
be. So that's
That's
how
true.
I prepare for love. Another thing I do is I try to have many like micro conversations with my wife throughout the
That's
day.
what I was going to talk about.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and jump in
No,
on that?
just keeping the conversations going,
Yeah.
and just clear communication. Because even in those small conversations, you can pick up on what's needed, pick up on and just really hear your spouse out, so you can know what to do. Because it may not be all the things that he said, but it may be something else that she needs or something else that he needs as well. And so picking up on those things along throughout the day doesn't have to be long conversations, because our
Mhm.
conversations aren't long throughout the day. But just like, if you hear a little stress in their
Mm.
in their voice, or if they're going through something, they're having a bad day, like what can I do? Or knowing what works.
Yeah.
It's kind of like studying your person and knowing what works,
Hmm.
and using that same play over and over again. Okay, it worked last time. Last time they were down, I did this, they were excited. So it's really studying and really understanding who you're with,
Hmm. Hmm.
taking the time to really understand who you're with and what motivates them, what makes them happy. Not saying that you're the only thing that's going to make them happy, but how can I play a part into making sure this person has a better day?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. One thing I'll also say is, so this is typically an issue for men more than women,
Mhm.
is the fact that sometimes it takes us a minute, takes men a minute to get it.
Mhm.
And in the process of us getting it, ladies, be patient with us, please. Uh,
Yeah.
don't talk down to your man if he doesn't get it
That's
completely right,
good. Yeah.
because you can kill his desire to want to do anything for you.
That's good.
So, for
Yeah.
example, let's say, oh, babe, I got you this. Don't be like, I kind of didn't want. Baby, thank you. I appreciate the effort.
Because you want them to keep
You
making
want them
the
to keep
effort.
trying, because some people, some I've seen it happen
That's good.
sometimes with
That's a good
with
point.
with some women. It's not exactly what they want, or like they'll get like they'll try to go get a designer purse, and they'll get something that's like, oh, I don't like that brand. I want to take it back. That's cool, but can you acknowledge the effort first? Don't go all the way to the negative thing. Like, hey, baby, oh, I love
Thank you
this.
for the
Thank you so much
sacrifice.
for doing this. I appreciate
You
it.
must
I
have put money
like it.
aside, or you saved for this. I
Yeah.
mean, stuff like that.
And you can even say, baby, I like it, but I just kind of don't go for what I got. Can I let's go back and you help me pick out something that kind of match what I got better. I want you to help me pick it out. Boom. It's not like killing him and his effort. You know what I mean? So it's not good, especially if you just on a practical sense. If you look at a seed, when a seed starts to grow, you don't want to over flood it or kill that seed, because it's gonna make it difficult for it to grow.
That's
Even though
true.
it's not to its fullest potential, you keep watering that seed until it's fully what it's capable of being. And sometimes I've seen, some women just kind of like just cut the head off a dude who's like, I ain't want this. You should have did this. Just go off on them like, yo, don't do that. It's like that kills
Mhm.
the desire to do anything. And they're like, well, he don't do nothing for me no more. You kill that desire for him. It's not fun. Like doing stuff with my wife is fun because
Wow.
I'm curious about her response. It's like, oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait till you get this.
Same
You know,
for me.
yeah. So
Same
it's
for
it's
me.
it's
I
like
like his
it's like
response.
it's an enjoyable experience. But it's like if you kill that joy from me, it's
Mhm.
like, man. Now, on the other hand, fellas, we can't come in there with half-hearted, half-efforted things. Just like here, and you didn't put no thought, no effort into it. At least put some thought and effort. If you missed the mark, work with each other until y'all get to that certain point. There's certain things that my wife know that I absolutely love, and she just lays on those things that I love. I try to do the same thing for her. I try
Mhm.
to surprise her. And another thing too, fellas, if you're not good, I'm gonna say this, and I'm saying this in love. If you're not good at picking out clothes for your lady, don't pick out. Just don't buy her clothes.
Gift card or
Get a
something
gift card, give her the money.
for her favorite
Yes,
store that she
yes.
shops at.
Now her favorite store, not what you want her to have. Like, well, she should be fine with this. No, if it's not her favorite store, and if you're having a problem like coming up with the money to get to her favorite store, just save a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Do a nice gesture, do a card, do flowers, do what she likes, lift her up, do what you can. However, let's make sure that we're not just giving them anything. We don't want a poor presentation.
Yeah, real quick, one thing we do is we do our wish list.
Yes.
Yeah, we do our wish list.
Yes.
So I text him. He's like, okay, send me your wish list. It may change. So sometimes you might have to do it quarterly. Sometimes you might do it, every 6 months, every year. But it's a wish list. So we either send our Amazon links, things that we want. You know.
I'm making this response for a very specific reason. Nothing my wife nothing that's on my wife's wish list is on Amazon right now.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like,
And yeah,
that those are some
yeah,
examples.
yeah.
Or sometimes I go in different stores and I'll either do a cart or I'll put stuff in my favorites
Yep,
on
yep,
certain
yep,
websites.
yep.
And then he doesn't have to think about it, takes all the work out of it. And then when he gets it, it's a surprise.
Mhm.
So those are probably the best ways to start.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
And just to make it clear, what she does sometimes is she'll go to her favorite websites, to her favorite stores, and she'll just put a bunch of stuff in the cart. And sometimes I say, "Hey, what's in your carts?" I was like, "Okay, we're getting all that." Boom. So and
Or just get what you can,
yeah,
or surprise her. Just just say, hey, have her log in or whatever, or you might have her logins to
hmm
get into her thing and just surprise her. So sometimes you don't have to, like, some, because it doesn't come easy to everybody, like trying to know what to get a person, or you know feeling overwhelmed or feeling stressed about what to get someone. But just say, hey, create a card or whatever. Those are some easy ways, or the wish list
hmm
that we
yep,
do.
yep. And go ahead.
One more thing that you said, I don't try not to forget it. What happens when that person loses that desire?
To do.
Yes. So we talked about, don't do things to lose a desire. But what if there's somebody out there that have actually lost their desire to continue to do it because they've been kind of disappointed over this time? How can that other person get them back to?
Yeah, there you have to
For a
ask them.
man,
Yeah,
yeah, for a man.
ask them. Say, hey, look, have I ever came at you in a way that's made you not want to do things for me? Just ask blatantly, come out plainly, ask the question.
That's good.
Don't beat around the bush. And when they start talking, don't say, well, I only did this because of this. No, just listen to what they are saying. Apologize because that wasn't your intent. And that's the thing. Sometimes with us is we're looking at your actions. Your intent is like, man, this is not really what I wanted, but it comes off the wrong way and it's pushed too far. And what happens is like, okay, well, I'm not good at this, so I'm not going to do it. So it's like, hey, that wasn't my intent. I only, you know, wanted something differently. I apologize for coming at you that way,
Mhm.
but I am open for you trying, and I'm going to receive what you do. And
That's
again,
good.
work with them. Just work with them.
Yeah.
Um, don't look at what your friends' husbands are doing for them and say, see, he gets it. Don't do that comparison thing. Don't, that's them, and everybody's different. And, fellas, don't feel like, well, he just bought her a Lamborghini. I have to go out here. Nah, just your wife may not want a Lamborghini. She may want a Corolla. I don't know. Whatever it is, man, find out what they like and just kind of lean into that. And let it grow over time. Don't feel like you have to like go out and get the biggest, best, and most expensive thing, because some of the best gifts I ever received was something like
Thought out.
thought out. Like she
Fully
got me
thought out.
watch bands. I was excited. And the type of watch bands I wanted didn't cost no more than like $20.
Mm-mm.
And I got a whole pack, all the
Yeah.
colors. And I was like, dang, you got me. I just, to me, it's simple things. It's just the thoughtfulness, and
I know how he likes to switch out his colors
yeah.
with
I
his
always
outfits.
switch out my watch bands
He does it almost every day.
every day, just about. But see, that's something
Yeah.
like, for me, that's a dope gift because I'm going to use it. I like it. I like, I just, that's just me,
That's
so
true. Yeah.
yeah. So yep. So
That's true.
just
Yeah.
know what you like, communicate what you like, and
Communication is going to be the
it's
biggest thing.
key.
Don't get offended. Don't allow that to stop you, or don't allow certain things to stop you. Have the right attitude when receiving a gift. Just you can go a long way with kindness. Just being kind in general.
hmm
Just being kind in your response. I know this may sound elementary, but there are people that may struggle with it. And so I encourage you, if you do struggle with that, just work on that. That could be something you can work on for this year. Is I'm gonna be a little bit more kind in my approach with my person, because sometimes we get comfortable, and we get, and we sometimes get to a place where we get frustrated with the relationship because of other issues that may be going on. But sometimes, what we do all the time is
Mm.
reset. We
Mm-hmm.
reset and we start all over again, as far as like, as if, once we figure out how to resolve that issue that we have that's causing us to feel a certain way. um we resolve it. We say, how can we avoid allowing this to happen again? How can we navigate and um and just overcome this challenge? Once we really have got a solution for that and we're ready to walk into it, we hit a hard reset. And it's not like as if it never happened again, but we're not going to bring that back up. We're going to, it's like I'm giving you another chance to get it right.
That's right.
And that's mostly what's important, is give that person another chance to get it right. That person deserves another chance.
Yeah, and another thing too, um, don't use gift giving as a replacement for getting issues right in your relationship.
Or like
And
avoiding.
yeah, and I apologize. That's where we should have started first. Like any unresolved issues,
That's true.
get that right first.
Absolutely.
Get rid of the offense, get rid of bitterness, get rid of poor communication, get rid of anything that can be a hindrance to the love flowing in your relationship. Then, when it comes to the type of gifts and activities and different things that you want to enjoy, all that can flow much better once all the negativity is drained out of your relationship.
I like that. The love flow.
Yeah.
Allow love to flow.
Love,
I like
love,
that.
love is a flow.
It needs to flow in your relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Because if especially like if you have children and they pick up on how you treat their mother and their father. They're watching that. They respond to that. And sometimes they learn from it. Sometimes I'm gonna tell y'all this, especially once kids start getting older and they become aware. And some people don't, these kids don't know what's going on. Yes, they do. They know exactly what's going on.
Yes, they do.
They're very discerning. They pick up, they just don't have the courage to come to, some of them don't have the courage to confront you with it. But once they start figuring things out, there's some people that only have issues with their children because of the way they treat their father or their mother. Once they start realizing what it is, it's like, you're not a good mother. You're not a good father. Don't like how you talk to them. You're rude. You're disrespectful. They won't tell you, but they'll notice it. And because of how they feel in their heart and it's not communicated, they can't communicate it because you force them to respect you. And I believe that children should stay in their place, respect their parents. But I also believe that, we should conduct ourselves in a way that respect in the home is earned, not forced. Because what's going to happen is if they can't come talk to you about, mom, I noticed this, or dad, I noticed that, and is everything okay? Just case in point, our youngest came to us and was like, "Hey, mom, dad, y'all doing okay?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're fine." We're like, "You concerned?" He's like, "Well, y'all starting to get a little older." I was like, "Just want to make sure y'all." I was like, man, that's good that he's concerned for us. And he's a very loving child. And all our kids are loving. It's just that, the way that he approached this is like, y'all are getting a little older. It's like, okay, appreciate it. Thanks for being concerned. But like, they're paying attention, Maybe like, I think one day I might have gotten up and I like had like a little pain or something. So when I got up and he was like, Dad, you're right. You need anything? You need some water? I'm like, no, I'm fine. Just, I'm good. But anyway, I digress. Kids are paying ultimately kids are paying attention.
Yeah, they are.
And don't discount what they see. And even the things you don't think they're seeing, they're picking up. And one way that you can stave off issues in your home with your children is by just being kind.
Yes.
Being attentive. Yes. Not just with them, but with the person that you say you love that's in your home.
Absolutely.
That you see every day.
Especially, we want them to have healthy marriages when they get older. They need to know what that looks like. They need to know what being kind looks like.
That's right.
And not only that, it will help them determine, like, is this somebody I should marry? Because I can't see myself marrying this person because I don't think this is what marriage is supposed to look like.
That's right.
Based off of what I've seen growing up. I've had a good example, and I don't know how I can be happy in this type of situation.
Right.
And so this might save them from marrying the wrong person, because of the patterns and because what they saw growing up. So it's so important that we be an example, that we almost like mentor our children and allow them to see. It's different saying stuff. It's different, like he said, asking them to respect you, but also earning the respect as well. Because it's hard for them to respect you. It's like you're making me do something that you're not willing to do.
That's right.
And so we just got to be mindful of that and just do better.
If you know better, do better.
We strive to do better every day.
That's right.
We apologize to our kids when we know that we're wrong. And more than anything, we need to hear our kids and listen to them and find out, how we can make things better for them, how we can help them navigate life. So, but yeah, that's all I have.
That's all I have too.
I hope this helped.
Yes.
And until next time, we want you to what?
Jump in.
See you later.
Y'all take care.